friends, I'm Rachel and this is HGTV Handmade. With the start of a new year, many people decide to eat healthier, to cook more, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to share with y'all how I like to meal plan. I'm gonna be showing you how I make a DIY meal planner. This is so handy and it really just takes all of the guesswork out of putting together a full week of meals for your family. For this project, you're going to need a binder. Any size will work, but I love these 9 by 9.5 decorative binders because they just fit 4 by 6 index cards perfectly. So then you're gonna need those index cards. These are specifically for recipes, but you can always use plain ones as well. Of course, you're also going to need some pocket pages to hold those cards. You're also going to need some dividers. I love that these are decorative and sized perfectly to the binder, but I also like to include another handmade one of my own. You'll also need a couple of printables, which I will have linked down below for you. The first is my dinner themes printable. This will come in super handy along with my shopping list tool. For decorative and organizational purposes, you'll also need some washi tape, a fun stamp set, and some ink. These erasable pens that come in lots of different colors and are just super handy when meal planning. And then I also like to include these magnetic bookmarks. Now it's time to assemble your binder with the basics. I loved that these all came together in a set because they're cute and they match and they have a theme, but of course you can always put these individual components together yourself. Once you've got that together, it's time to turn a basic recipe binder into a meal planning tool. Start off by pulling a few of those pocket pages forward and labeling them with the days of the week. My last sheet is labeled as weekend. I like this because Friday, Saturday night are always a little bit up in the air for us. Some nights we get takeout, some nights I make meals where we will have leftovers, so this way I don't feel like I'm locking myself into a decision. I also have made a decorative divider of my own to go in this notebook. This is where I keep my new recipes I found but that haven't been tried out yet. Now let's back up to the basics of writing out a recipe card. I always start off by writing the name of the recipe, the ingredients, and the instructions. I like to make a big note of the oven temperature needed for that recipe so that I can get that preheating while I'm doing the rest of the prep work. I also like to write suggestions of what to serve with the dish. This way it just takes all of the guesswork out when I'm planning my meals for the week. Again, I cannot stress the amazingness of these erasable pens. I frequently mess up when I'm writing recipes and then I would just have to throw the whole card away because I like them to be neat, but this way you can just erase your mistakes and keep going. Now for all of the recipes that we've spent hours saving on Pinterest, I don't necessarily like to rewrite them all onto cards, so in this case for my meal planning purposes, I will just write the name of the recipe and which board it's saved to. And then I also like to use cute little stamps to denote family favorites or kid-friendly meals. Now let's get to those handy templates that I put together. The first one is a page of dinner themes. Write in your family's favorite types of meals to help give you ideas when you're feeling stuck. I like to use different color pens to denote different themes, and that way I can write them at the top of my recipe cards and easily have access to them as I'm flipping through. I printed this template on cardstock rather than plain paper. It's something that will live permanently in my planner, and so I wanted it to be able to withstand the constant flipping through the pages. The next template I made is a shopping list. It is so important to organize your grocery list by section of the store rather than by recipe. This way you don't forget anything and you don't have to circle the store 25 times. Because this is something that I look at all of the time, I wanted to decorate it a little bit, so I have decorated some of the tools and templates with some washi tape. Now your meal planner is ready. All you have to do is slide your recipe cards into the corresponding day of the week. As a final touch, I like to use these magnetic bookmarks so that my weekly meals and our family favorites are within easy reach. And voila, your meal planner is complete. If you decide to make your own meal planner, share a photo with us using the hashtag HGTVHandmade. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. We always appreciate it. And leave a comment down below and let me know if you plan your meals each week or if you have a different type of system that you like to use. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time.